10 fingers and 10 toes.
That's when life begins.
That's why you do it.
That's when life begins. Science shows that life begins at conception.
That's why you do it in the first trimester.
Well, it doesn't matter. Life begins at conception. It's growing. That child is growing and developing. That's life within you.
I mean, like, sorry, but
no, you don't know that. The baby could.
You don't either.
But like, if it does hurt, it hurts for like 2 seconds.
But I mean, there's people with diseases that they don't feel pain, and so is it okay to kill them? If someone can't feel pain,
these are unborn.
I don't know.
I mean, I met some students out here that are 18 years old. They're still developing. 18 years old, you're not even fully developed. The science shows that your brain is not fully developed until you're around 19 years of age. So your brain is not fully developed, so is it okay to kill you because you're less than human, you're still developing?
Depending on the baby, they don't even have brains.
Sure they do. Sure they do. Look at her picture on the other side. It shows the different
Another inaccurate picture. That one's even worse.
Wait, what if
It's just
like if you break it down, our brains are just clumps of cells. Like our
This
bodies.
is clumps of cells.
Yeah, we're all clumps of cells. You're a clump of cells.
Now it's a matter.
I can't function without another body.
Okay.
It's considered a
Dogs.
parasite.
Dogs.
No, it's not. That's what Hitler did. That's what Hitler called the Jews.
Don't tell me I'm Jewish.
Well, that's what
Don't
Hitler
tell me
called
that.
them. That's what he called them. He called the Jews
But this-
parasites, and
but
that
this
wasn't
is a
right, was it?
parasite on a
Are
woman's
fully
body.
born.
That wasn't right, was
This
it?
was a parasite on a woman's body.
This is not a parasite. Parasites are worms.
Woman's choice.
This is life. Then you're a parasite. You're just a fully formed parasite.
It's taking
What if you don't
nutrients
believe
from
in
a
God?
woman's body, in which she needs.
No.
She has to increase her
know what-
dietary
you know what a
His
parasite
version of God
I
is
am
what?
aware of what a parasite is. Thank
Alright,
you.
so a parasite is something that needs.
I don't need
that
you to
needs-
explain what a parasite is
I'll
to
explain
me.
my
Thank
definition.
you.
So a parasite, it needs multiple hosts. To actually
No, it actually only needs one host. And a baby only needs one host.
No, what about malaria? It needs two hosts. It needs the mosquito's body and the human's body.
Malaria survives.
No, there's more than one.
Malaria can survive.
The schistosome.
You know
But it
anyone else?
passes it on to another human.
Guys, the schistosome parasite. It needs three hosts.
But you see what you've really done is you've discriminated against a human group, and
It's not discrimination if they can't.
you've called them a parasite. That's the same thing that Hitler said of the Jews. That's horrible.
But it's not. It's not what Hitler
It
said
is,
to
and
the
this
Jews.
is far worse than the Holocaust that happened then.
No! Oh, I'm sorry, killing 10 million people.
10 million.
Genocide.
63 million babies since Roe versus Wade.
I know.
63 million. Are you hearing that number? Young lady,
That's their choice.
63 million babies in the United States since 1973.
They're not babies.
They're humans.
Fetuses. They are fetuses. They're not babies.
Science says life begins at conception. At conception.
They cannot survive
If I
without
drop a
human
seed in the
body
ground, what
airborne.
makes that seed alive?
If it cannot survive without another
Well,
human's body,
when does it become a human life? then?
When it can survive
when
on
it
its
can
own.
survive on its own, when it's considered viable outside of a woman's body. That's
Okay,
when
so
considered another life.
we can kill 2 and 3 year olds.
How long does that take?
It can survive outside
If we don't
of
want
human
them,
If you
body.
put a 2-year-old on the floor, they're not going to immediately die.
They will if they don't. If they will it. If you don't. If the mother doesn't feed them,
you die.
if the mother doesn't feed them and change their diapers and bathe them, they will die.
We're talking about
You said when they can live on their
You cannot go
own.
through homeostasis without dying, without the need of using your mother's nutrients. You're not living.
And that's something you had the luxury of, wasn't it? Every one of you.
And you know what?
And if I was aborted?
And if my mother had made the decision to abort me,
It's
I would
interesting
not blame her.
that nobody that is for abortion was aborted.
Yeah,
Every
because
one
they
of us
don't
are alive
exist.
because our mother chose
But
life.
guess what? I would
means
make the
nothing.
decision because you know what? If my life had to be impacted by a child, I wouldn't want that. My mother.
Then don't have sex.
Why-
That's what
why
causes
should I-
pregnancy.
Why should I decline myself the enjoyable
So you're
process of having sex without having to have a child?
Because it's forbidden. Even in the Tanakh, it's forbidden for a woman unless she's married. Even in the Tanakh, it was forbidden for a woman to have sex if she wasn't married.
And not everybody has to follow every word of the Torah.
But I can't.
Well, why not?
Judaism has the wonderful belief of you can pick and choose what you would like to believe. Guess what? I don't believe
Really?
in creationism.
God is okay with us just picking and choosing. It's like a buffet that we
Yeah,
can just
it
pick
is-
and
it
choose
is
what we
like a
do.
buffet.
free will.
No,
We have
no.
free will. We have a buffet.
You're going to be
of what we would
judged.
like.
As Ecclesiastes says,
If he judges us, that
fear
is our
God,
business.
Jews don't believe in hell,
fear
so
God
you know
and keep
what?
His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For He will bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or evil.
and wanted us to live our lives.
God, when He says fear Him, it means respect Him.
Fear
No,
and
he
respect
said
are
fear.
two very different
Well,
things.
no, actually, it's
I think
fear
an
and
all-powerful
reverence.
being
Scripture in the
knows
New
what
Testament
word
says
choice
fear
is.
and
Yeah,
revere.
fear and respect
Jesus
are
said,
two
"Fear
very
not him
different
who
things.
can kill the body
Right.
and then do no more," but He said, "Fear him who can destroy both body and soul in hell."
Yep.
So we
Guess
should
what? Jews don't
absolutely
believe in
fear
hell.
God.
I'm not going to hell.
But if you-
wow.
but just
But it doesn't make it not exist.
that doesn't make
Just
it
'cause
not
you don't
Doesn't
believe in it.
It doesn't exist to me. Whether or not it exists to
But you
is a
will
different
stand in
story.
judgment.
But do you believe in a righteous God? A just God?
Yes, I do.
So then, okay.
A just
if-
God
A righteous
that
and just
understands-
God would not go off of
understands
fear.
decisions. Understands decision
can I-
does not judge off of fear.
Well,
and
the fact that you're still
when you
living
make a
right now,
choice
the
for
fact that I'm
your
still
life.
living, the fact that I'm still living is grace from God.
The bare minimum.
Whoa.
What do you mean the bare minimum? You know
We're
how hard
not
it is to actually
entitled to
have
life.
You know,
We are
you know,
not entitled
you know the
to
odds of
living
becoming
in
who you are.
hope.
You don't believe that there is a definite truth.
Definite truth is subjective. There is no
Yeah.
definite.
But that isn't. That's contrary because truth cannot be subjective. Truth is truth.
That's right. It's
There
subjective.
is no definite truth is what I said. That's why
Are you absolutely certain about that?
You don't believe
it's subjective. That's why you think a different thing.
So there's no absolute truth. Are you absolutely certain about that?
Yes.
What is that? What do you
Then
base
how
it
can
You
you
can
be
be
absolutely
certain
certain
about
if there's
what
no
you believe
absolute
without it
truth?
being
Being
How
certain
can
about
you
a
be
belief-
absolutely certain?
Being certain about a belief doesn't make it a fundamental truth of the universe.
doesn't mean she's actually 6'3".
Truth is truth, regardless.
She might
You
believe
actually-
It's not
Other
subjective.
people have
you
different
actually
truths.
you actually just say what I'm saying. So truth cannot be changed. Truth is truth. She's not 6'3".
Yeah, but we have different truths.
Yeah.
No, but you can't have different truth. Truth is truth.
You can
You
have.
can have.
So you can believe that she's
I'm sorry.
6'3".
How about this?
How do you know
Are you a good
truth
person?
is the right
No.
truth?
I'm
Okay,
not.
so
in
you're
my
gonna
truth
go
you
to
are. You're the best person I've ever met.
I'm not a good person.
But in my truth you are.
I'm a sinner.
In my truth you're the best person I've ever met.
Wait, hold on.
That's an opinion.
You're-
That's
you're
not. That's
a
not
good
truth.
Exactly.
That could be.
It's not
an
to judge
opinion. None
other
of what you
people
guys
for
are
I'm
making
not judging
decisions
you.
for their life.
I'm not judging you.
Then why are you judging women
We're not
who
judging
makes
anybody.
this decision for their life?
I'm not judging anybody.
It's, hey, healthcare never ends in
You
murder.
didn't bring these
Never.
stupid ass pictures out here.
I'm sorry.
Healthcare
it says
never
the
ends in
right
murder.
To a
Not real.
I know
a
you think it's
doctor-assisted
healthcare, but it's
suicide
murder.
Not exist. That's medicine.
It's murder. This is not healthcare. It's
Okay,
no
like,
matter
if
how
you're
you look at
What
it.
if the child is going to kill the mother? What if the child is going to kill the mother?
Stephen was Houston, Texas. There was even churches all around this abortion mill that he was killed in.
Right, for propaganda.
The churches weren't out there crying out. They weren't out lifting up their voices. They were not defending those with no voice. And it's a shame.
They were supporting those who do have a choice, who do have a voice.
What
Guess
about
If
Stephen?
if
What about his voice and choice?
He was in the mother's body.
He was
didn't
in
get
the
a
mother's
choice.
body. He was
Her
considered
health care-
a parasite. And if her
No,
life
not a
was in-
parasite.
if her life was
Okay,
in
can it
ruins
live on
or
its
her
own?
life
Then
was
you're
in
a parasite. You understand?
Okay, I
You're
am
just a
parasite.
fully
I'm
functioning
I'm a parasite of the
parasite.
earth. Yes, I am. Because
That's
guess
horrible.
what? Being a human and existing in this world
That really
is
hurts
killing the
coming
world.
from somebody that's Jewish, because Hitler said the Jews were
The
parasites.
Jews were not parasites.
That's what he
They were
said, and you're
untruthful
using the
beings.
same words to defend your view against abortion
That's not a living
or for
thing.
abortion.
That's not a living child. That child
It's a dead
cannot
child.
That's right. He was living.
It's not a
He
child.
wasn't
it's a
ever
fetus.
living.
He was
He was never
living.
living on its own.
But just to let you know, in order for these cells to actually separate, they need to be alive.
Yeah, and they were feeding off of a woman's
No,
body.
they were feeding off of the electron transport chain, glycolysis, all these things.
Connecting to what?
Right.
To
Guess
the
what?
woman's
Getting-
body.
Getting
No,
energy
not
from a
connecting.
woman's
It's-
body.
They're
No.
separate cells. It's not
It's
getting.
still-
They
I'm
function
sorry,
on their
it's-
own.
it's
So if it's
not
separate
connected
cells that
to
can
a
live on
woman.
its own, what if they just cut it off? Is it just going to be
Just
living
take it
still?
out.
Well, it can't
Is it
breathe
going to
in
live
the
on its
womb.
own?
Why
Okay,
can
look
it?
at
What
that.
makes it breathe?
The oxygen is coming through the woman's body.
There's oxygen all throughout the world.
Yeah, but they're encapsulated because
So
we're
is it
terrestrial
okay-
animals.
So you're using the oxygen in your argument from the woman's body.
Is it okay to kill you?
Yeah.
I'm a fully born person.
Really?
So what-
So I can't put you in an environment that you're depend upon oxygen, or you're outside of your environment. Would it make you less human?
I'm not talking
If I
about
launch
the
you,
broad term of environment.
if I launch
if
you
I'm
into
going
outer
scuba diving-
This is
space,
an environment
breathing
in
out
which
of a
it
tank.
requires another human being to survive.
if I launch you into
what
outer
about a
space, it
vegetable?
doesn't
Do
make
they
you less
deserve
human
to die?
because you're outside of your environment, in
I'm
which
sorry,
you
did
need
you tell me you
certain
don't
things to
eat?
live.
No, a vegetable, I said.
This
Thing is,
child,
I do
this
not have
child
to
needs
leech off
the
my
same
mother's
things.
They're brain dead.
But
They
you
don't
did.
have a choice. It is
Did.
fully
It's not
a family's
leeching.
right to
It's
take
called
the
a mother
life of the
sustaining
they do not have
life
the
that's
brain.
I don't need
But regardless of
sustainment,
that,
nutrient-wise and health-wise from my mother.
You need the
They're
sustainment
not
of
there
God.
anymore. They have no brain.
The oxygen you're breathing,
Some people don't believe in God.
your heart to beat. It doesn't matter whether you believe in Him.
family
He
has
still
the right to
exists,
choose whether
and
they
you're
believe
still
in
going to
Him
give an
or not.
account to Him on the day of
But even
judgment.
then,
some
if
people
they did
do.
not have, I'm sorry, a vegetable.
But to those people, they will find out on the day of judgment,
Without the machines,
and it's
they are
very
helpless.
unfortunate. It's very
If they did not have the
unfortunate.
machines, they would not be alive.
That's right.
Therefore,
Do they deserve, therefore,
Hey,
do they deserve
I got to go, man.
Brother, let me pray right now.
God bless. us.
Father God, right now, Lord, I
One
come.
day we will will all stand before him and give account of all that we've done. On that day he will say to the faithful, enter into the joy of your Lord. For the Lord delights in the death of his servants. We will see him arise with healing in his wings, with arms open wide, and all heaven rejoicing, surrounded by his love will enter